Okay, here we go. Stitch Mania Olympics about to kick off. And I am finally starting here at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I got my plans video done and uploaded, which most of you have probably seen, at least at the beginning of the event. I have no idea when this is going up, but anyway. And I had talked about the fact that I wanted to get that done early so that I could make sure I had opportunity to stitch early in the morning, which is kind of my favorite. It's my favorite thing. It's my stitching time in the morning. So I get the video done and uploaded. It's up by about 9:30, I want to say, 9:30 in the morning. And so I'm ready to sit down and stitch. I get everything loaded up. This project takes forever to get on the frame because it just barely fits. And I'm not showing you anything there, that's just the color key. Anyway, so it takes a minute to get it set up. I get it set up on my Lowry, I'm ready to go, pull out my iPad, dead. My iPad needed a charge. And I don't have a paper printout of this because, let's see if you can see that. You see that 1/1? Like, those details are impossible on the paper printout. And so there was no way that I was trying to function on a paper printout. So I had to wait for my iPad to charge a bit. So I have since watched my video for quality assurance. I have to go back later and work on the closed captioning, but I wait until Google has a chance to do whatever they're gonna do with the closed captioning, and then I go through and I edit it to make sure that it's what I want it to say. So I have to do that later. And then I watched Miss Oh So Crafty's latest video that she just put out, and then had some lunch, and now here we are, finally 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I can stitch. So that's what I'm gonna do. So here is my starting point for today. And I'm going to put in about an hour. The task for today, by the way, is with regards to the opening ceremonies, and so we are to work on either a new start or our most recent start. And this is my only new start thus far for 2018. And I can't tell you guys how proud I am to say that. That makes me really happy. So I am going to put it in an hour on this, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what route I'm going to take, so stay tuned. I guess we'll find out together. See you guys in about an hour, or 2.6 milliseconds for you guys. Okay, y'all, so you're looking at the timestamp and you're like, Jess, that's like way after an hour. And you're right. But a couple of things. First of all, well, let me talk about progress first. So, I didn't get a whole lot done. But what I did manage was these, believe it or not, they are purple. That color is called aubergine. It doesn't look purple, but it is. And so I did those on all 4 sides. And then I brought this color around these 3. And I wasn't going to cut a new length to do this one, so I just left it at those 3. The thing about chatelaines is that they are not easy. I mean, it's not difficult per se, but they're not easy either. Figuring out which way you want to go that makes the most sense is like half of the battle, really. And so I spent a lot of time contemplating, trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do next, or what I was even going to do to begin with for my hour. And then you might be able to see the telltale sign of some frogging. But it wasn't bad. It was just like 4 stitches that got a little bit misplaced. So yeah, so that's what I did. Roughly, I want to say 4 lengths of silk in an hour. That's kind of terrible, but that's the way it goes. So good thing this is coming out for another little bit, a few more days actually during this Olympics challenge. But day 1, put it in the books. It's done. Managed a little bit. So I am off to switch to my actual project for the day, And so I will see you guys tomorrow with day 2. Happy stitching. Okay, here we go. So today is day 2 of the Winter Olympics 2018 in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Challenge through Stitch Mania. That's the longest title ever. I'm going to have to shorten it a little bit some kind of way. Anyway, so here we are, and I am about to get started stitching for my challenge hour, give or take. And today the theme is, because these are the Winter Olympics, so stitch on something winter themed, and so Snow Castle it is. Now, I talked about it in my plans video how ironic it was, because I've been wanting snow so bad, and this has snow, but it's winter here, and you know, all of that jazz. And we're currently getting a rainstorm, and we're probably going to have a thunderstorm tomorrow, which is weird. Anyway, so this is Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Randall Spangler, and this is my whip for the weekend, so I don't have to switch projects today, which is pretty great. I will take it. And so I'm just going to pan over here and show you where I'm starting from. Now, I recently upgraded my phone, and so the quality of the picture is so much clearer, but there's a problem with that. And the problem is that it shows the coverage issues that I'm having with this piece at such an amplified level. So it's going to be fine. It's going to work out just fine once it's finished, once I wash it and iron it and get it mounted and framed in about 10 years time or so. But for now it looks kind of rough, so just, you know, bear with me. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of fabric show through, and on my old phone I could pretty much zoom back and it would get better, and now it doesn't really do that. It doesn't really do that. The benefit is that you can see the trees, especially up at the top here. You can kind of see a little bit better what's going on, but there's a lot of crappy show through. But it'll be fine, like I said. I'm not worried about it, and nor should you. So there's a whole lot of things going on here, but basically I'm working in this block. So this is my whip for yesterday as well, and after I finished up my chatelaine stitching, I switched to this, and then I did exactly one 10 by 10 square before I decided to take a nap. And then after that nap, Danny and I decided to play a board game, and the game we played is a long game, and we made it extra long, so it was almost 4 hours, which is kind of insane, but we had a good time and everything, so it's not like it wasn't a big deal. But the only, obviously, side effect to that, I guess, is that I only got the one block done yesterday. So I'll be working in this block, and I'm going to time myself for an hour before I come back and let you guys know how far I get. But this is my project all day, and Danny is going to go play board games at his brother's house tonight, and so I'll be stitching. So I'm going to get, hopefully, fingers crossed, lots done today. But this is where we're starting from, at least for the challenge for today. Oh, I hate that coverage. It looks so terrible. I can normally reason with it because it looks like that when I'm stitching it, but you guys don't see that as much, like when I post pictures or share it on videos or anything like that. But now you can see it. Anyway, okay, enough ramble for me. I'm gonna get to stitching. I will check back in a little while. Hey y'all, once again, timestamp is much later than an hour, but that's okay. So I don't know how long I actually stitched for, and then Danny went to the grocery store. He came back, we had some lunch, we watched some of the speed skating, and so time has passed, and you know, that's what time does. So let me just recap what I did for my Winter Olympics session today. I did these 3 blocks. They went pretty quick, but this whole design goes pretty quick, at least at this point. So I am working in this region here, and so these white stitches here correspond to his sleeve right there. So that is the smoke wizard sort of floating up there at the top. Even the picture looks grainy, like there's fabric show through on the printed picture. That's funny. So my stitched piece is even more accurate than I thought. Anyway, so that's what I managed for my Winter Olympics session for today, and I'm gonna stitch some more today. I'm hoping to get the next diagonal done because that ended off that diagonal. So my next diagonal is what, 6 blocks? Yeah, I could probably do that and then some, which would be great. So I will be back tomorrow with where I'm starting from tomorrow. This is my piece for tomorrow, but I can't exactly remember what the prompt for tomorrow is. So I'll look that up and I will see you guys then. Until then, happy stitching. Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Sunday the 11th, I think, of February, and it is day 3 of the Stitch Mania Winter Olympics 2018 challenge, and I am here to show you what I'm going to work on today. So the theme for today is something Korean themed, and so you could either work on something by a Korean designer, or you could maybe make it related to the Korean flag, or it could be Korean themed. And so I'm going with the Korean flag colors, which is a white background with red, blue, and black on it. And so I'm working on Snow Castle again today. I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna stitch a whole lot today, for a couple of reasons, one of which I was up for most of the night with a terrible migraine. And so I can't stick with this for very long. It's come down to like a low grade headache at this point, but it's just, the most persistent thing in the world. So I'm not going to put it through the ringer today by stitching a whole lot. The other reason is that I'm just not feeling this project right now. I don't know what it is. It might be due to the fact that I put in a lot of time on a full coverage already in February. We're not even halfway through the month, and I'm feeling a little full coverage burnt out. So, as you can tell, yesterday I think I worked these 3 blocks here, and I thought for sure last night I'd be able to get through this diagonal and some of the next, and I just wasn't feeling it. And so I did these 3 blocks last night and quit in the midst of this one. So I'm going to work on this block, see if I can finish it. And then I have to do some math because this is my project for this weekend's Stitchathon, or as Joe put in a happy typo, Stitchathon. Oh, my head. This is my project for that, and so I want to hit the next 500 mark, so I'm going to have to do some counting and see what I have to do in order to see that goal accomplished. So anyway, I'm going to get to stitching, and I will check in when I am finished doing what I'm doing, either after an hour or after I decide I just can't anymore or something. Alright, y'all. See you in the next one. Okay, y'all, there are all kinds of sounds going on in the background for this one, but hopefully they aren't overpowering. We've got the clothes washer going, Danny's watching the race, so there's just some sounds going on, but not a big deal. This is going to be pretty quick because I have got to stop stitching for the day. I did 3 blocks, so I finished the one that I was working on, and then I did the next 2 to reach the next 500 stitch step for the Stitchathon this weekend. I know I talked about what the theme for today was, but I don't think I explained how mine fits. At least not in this clip. I explained it in the my plans video, but I didn't in this, and so I decided to go with the colors of the flag, and so I stitched some white and I stitched some blue, and the trees, which you can see pretty well in this setting, those are done in black. So I did some blue, black, and white, and I read the page to work it. That's how I'm making it fit. So as I said, this is about it for the stitching for me today, probably. It certainly is the end of the stitching on this project. Hopefully a weekend away, or excuse me, a week away, maybe next weekend I'll feel like pulling this out again. But let's just say that I'm really glad that tomorrow is a new rotation. Because if it wasn't, then I might be making it a new rotation anyway. Anyway, I will see you guys with my next one tomorrow. Happy stitching. Hello there, everybody. Good afternoon. It is Monday afternoon, like 1:30 maybe? Something like that. And I am about to get started on my 4th day of the Stitch Mania Winter Olympics Challenge. I did some other stitching first thing this morning, and then I had to do some work stuff. And now I am sitting down to do my Stitch Mania Winter Olympics stitching in between work stuff and housework stuff. So procrastinate the housework stuff as long as I can. Anyway, so the prompt for today is with relation to the mascots for this year's Winter Olympics. And they are Suhorang and Bandabi, which is a white tiger and a black bear. And so the task is to stitch something with an animal. And so I will be working on my Mill Hill Snowy Owl Snowman. This is a Year of Whips piece, and it is my last current Mill Hill kit, and so I really want to make some good progress and try to finish this month actually. So let me go ahead and pan over and show you where I'm starting from. This is on the provided 14 count perforated paper, and a little bit of a sneak peek of Lady of the Flag over there. Anyway, I'm just not going to show you my progress that I've done today. So this is where I'm starting from. So I've got the stitches in the brim of his hat done. So I think I'm going to try to get the hat done today, and I guess sort of see where that takes me. This is a bigger one. I think this one's 3.75 by 5 inches wide, or 5 inches tall, 3.75 inches wide. Anyway, it's a bigger Mill Hill kit than I normally have done. Excuse the glare. And so I'm going to get started and work on this for an hour or so, and I will check back in when I'm finished. Okay, y'all, so it's been over an hour, but I wanted to get the hat totally stitched. Not yet beaded, but stitched, and so it took a little while. So let me show you what I did. So here is my progress. And basically, I focused on the hat. However, if I had a color that, like for instance, this darkest beige color here, if I had a whole bunch left on my needle and I had a place close to here that I could stitch with it, then I just carried it down. I worked with it just a little bit more. So, couple of shades of blue, a couple shades of beige, and then I had to finish out that dark turquoisey bit there. So it equates to, I don't know, maybe 50 stitches, but that's okay. I'm pretty pleased with the progress. I have strong optimism that I can finish this month. I might stitch on this some more today just because it felt good. Like I was enjoying myself, but we'll just kind of wait and see. Regardless, I won't count it for Stitchy Olympics progress. I'll just count it as regular normal progress. Anyway, so that's it for me for today. I will be back tomorrow with my next update on the Winter Olympics Sal. And let's see, today was day 4, tomorrow's day 5. So I think that I'm going to, at the request of most, I think I'm going to upload this vlog in parts, And so I'll do 2 6-day chunks and 1 5-day chunk. And yeah, I think that'll be good. So expect to see the first part of this vlog, including this part right here, on Wednesday. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Good morning everybody. Happy Dark 13 stitching if that's your style. It is Tuesday, February 13th, and it is day 5 of the Stitch Mania Winter Olympics Challenge. The task for today is with relation to speed skating, and so we are to set a timer of X amount of time, however you want to set it, and then see how much you get done in that timed amount. I almost gave myself away, but that's okay. My plan is to do an hour. You don't find many events that are over really a few minutes, and so an hour is sort of my contribution to the Olympics. I don't know, I'm a little cheesy like that. Anyway, and so I am working on Lady of the Flag. I'm not doing Dark 13 stitching today because I just don't feel like switching. I kind of just want to get a good chunk of progress in on my lady here. So this is a really rough mock-up of what she will look like finished, so let me show you where I'm starting from today. And you will notice that I did some prep work. So I decided to park a bunch of threads, get them ready, so that I can get as much done as possible in that hour. I'm gonna race the clock and see what I can do. So I've got 5 threads here parked. This one is parked over here, but I doubt that I'm gonna get to this one because there's some things that I have to fill in on top of it first. So I'm gonna start with these and see what happens. And we will go for an hour. And hope that I don't run into any of the issues that I did yesterday. I had to do a big chunk of frogging yesterday, which was not fun. But it's all good, it's all fixed now. And so I'm going to start on the left and work my way to the right, and we will see what happens. Okay, y'all, I will check back in after my timed hour. Okay, everybody, my timed hour is up. It's been a little bit longer than that because I decided to do my counts. Normally I only do my stitch counts when I'm done with the rotation, so after the week or the days per month or whatever. But I wanted to see how many stitches I got done because I made some really good progress for just an hour's worth of stitching. So let me go ahead and show you what I did in my timed hour. And the first thing you'll notice is that I have no more parked threads. None, zero, zilch. I managed to get to all of them, including this one over here that was parked in January. So that's pretty great. So the farthest from the left was this lighter brown shade that I carried for a little while, and then the gray shade in the staff of the flag that comes clear down to the bottom of the design. This right here is 10 stitches above the halfway point in the horizontal, so that's kind of cool. I filled in the palest red in this piece of the flag that's kind of draped on this side of her arm, so that is that. This brown shade here I carried down quite a bit. This shade right here, that is all that it is right there in that section, and so I brought it over here so that I could then do this palest yellow up in this region. So I'm really pleased, and I managed 270 stitches, which is that's pretty excellent to do 270 in an hour. I will take that, no problem. Obviously, I set myself up for success because I had those threads all parked, and so all I had to do was thread my needle and go. But still, 270 stitches in an hour. I will take it. So I have a whole lot of housework to do today and some work stuff. And so I am going to switch off here. I think my plan was originally to do 6 days for this first vlog, but I think I'm just gonna do these first 5 days. So I'm gonna get to work on that as well to get this uploaded so that you guys can see it today. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow in the next one. All right, happy stitching, y'all.